This is Isheshe Talks with Ategbe. It is safe to say that Yoruba culture is about to extinct, and we Yoruba people, we are not even aware of this. Like when they say a certain species of an animal is about to extinct, Benny, Yoruba culture is about to extinct, and we are not even aware of it. Because you see, Yoruba culture itself, the culture that we are saying, Omo Yoruba ni mi, Omo Acha Yoruba ni mi, the culture itself is carved out from Ifa. Because Ifa itself is a documentation of the past, present, and the future. It has documented everything. So even when you see some people say Owe Yoruba, where was the Owe Yoruba extracted from? Most of these Owe are like Oluwo of Ifa verses. Like most of all these Owe are like, it's something we have done research to the point that we've realized that majority of the Owe that they are saying today in Yoruba language is like they are Oluwo of Ifa verses. They will say Aigbofala and Woke Ifa kan se ne para. Okay, how is that we Yoruba? All those things are Oluwo of Ifa verses. What I mean by Oluwo of Ifa verse is that every Ifa verse is structured. It's like the Oluwo, then after the Oluwo is the subject which the Ifa is talking about, the subject or the person whom the Ifa is talking about. Then after that is the Ebo. Then after that is the climax and the end. So take for example when they say Ibinu no ṣe nǹkankan fún ni, sùúrù ni bàbá ìwà. Àgbà tó bá ní sùúrù gbogbo ló ní, òun ló ń jogbó, òun ló ń jatọ́. This is what I mean by Oluwo. What I just recited now is Oluwo. Adifa fori inú, abu fún tòde. Now these are the people whom the Ifa were casted for, like the subjects. Ẹbọ ni wọ́n ní kó ṣe. Ó sì gbẹbọ ńbẹ̀, ó rúbọ. Now that's the Ebo part. Ǹjẹ́ orí inú mi má bà today mi jẹ́. Now that is like the end of the Ifa verse. Like this is like just like a short version. Like when some people, because there are different type of Ifa scholars. They call it a Ifa. Like that verse has its long version where the person will be reciting it one by one, and the way the Babalawo recites it, you would see you would even understand what the Ifa verse is saying. Like it would recite it in a way that it would be reciting the story one by one. I think that they call it a Ifa. So this is like Eyo. So that being said, the Oluwo Ibinu no ṣe nǹkankan fún ni. You might hear a Yoruba person say, Owe kan sọ pé Ibinu no ṣe nǹkankan fún ni. All these Owe, they are extracts from Ifa. So now, if a large number of the Yoruba indigene have abandoned Ifa, how would Ifa itself and the things affiliated with it evolve? It's impossible. It will not evolve. And I'm not saying it's their fault that Ifa has not evolved. And I'm not saying it's their fault that they abandoned Ifa. No. I'm just trying to let them understand that Ifa itself has refused to evolve because the religion itself has been abandoned. And you need to try and look it from a logical point of view. Like look it from that point of view, you have to look at it logically, so you will not misjudge the concept of the religious aspect of it. Because I can understand most people are not gravitated towards whatever they are doing in Isheshe. Isheshe itself has refused to evolve because it has been abandoned, and we can only come together and evolve it and make it more presentable if we stop running away from it. Because the more we run away from it, the more our culture itself, the so-called culture that you are proud of and the religion you are not proud of, is going to extinct because Yoruba culture was extracted from Ifa. So, and there are a lot of things we would be missing by running away from it. Take for example, there's an Ifa verse that said from Iretemeji. It says, Aji mo ní kùtù rẹ gbẹ̀ngbẹ́, aji mo ní kùtù rẹ gbẹ̀ngbẹ́, dífá fún wọn ní pèrè àmúyó. Ọmọ afọtí ṣarẹmọ, ṣẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ òde ò ọtí arẹmọ, ẹni á mu ṣẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ọmọ àpọ̀. This Ifa verse is talking about them, the people of Ìpèrè Àmúyó. They were in a certain point in their life in that town that men could not get women pregnant and women could not get pregnant due to some certain reason. They went to the Oluwo, which is Ajimuni Kuturegbengben, to cast Ifa for them based on their predicament. And Ajimuni Kuturegbengben casted Ifa for them, and the revealing node was Iretemeji, which is where this Ifa verse chanting is encoded. Then he told them that the only thing they need for Ebo is shekete. Shekete, by the way, is a type of beer. It's our locally made beer. It is brewed with corn. They brew shekete with corn and some other things. I think it is. They still do it in Oyo. Yeah, it is locally made in Oyo today, because some people, when they want to feed Oshun, and some people when they want to feed Ifa, they use shekete. So I think they still do it somewhere in Oyo. So he told them shekete was what they would use to do use for Ebo. They offered shekete, and he told them that when they get back to their town, they should feast with shekete. They should feast with shekete. They did it. They feasted with shekete. Behold, after a few time, they started impregnating their women. Women started getting pregnant. They started giving birth, and they started dancing in Ìpèrè Àmúyó. They started praising Ajimuni Kuturegbengbe, who casted Ifa for them, and he too was praising Ifa. Ifa was praising Olódùmarè. They were saying Ajimuni Kuturegbengbe, dífá fún wọn ní Ìpèrè Àmúyó. Ọmọ afọtí ṣarẹmọ, ṣẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ òde ò ọtí arẹmọ, ẹni á mu ṣẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ọmọ rẹ̀ àpọ̀. So the point I'm trying to make is that in this verse, my own personal view is that I think there's something in the shekete beer itself that facilitates ovulation in women, or that helps increase the sperm count of men. I don't know. My own work, I'm a researcher, so I did the research. So it's now left to the scientists among us, the scientists among we Yoruba indigenous, or the I don't know who does it, maybe the lab tech, I don't know who, to do the research and see if there's some certain element in shekete itself that helps, that helps do this thing. But Ifa has already documented it for us and has already revealed it, that in Ìpèrè Àmúyó at so time, this was what they drink, and this was what they drank, and this is how it happens. But now, if we are abandoning this thing, how would we find the answers that are encoded in all these things? Because they are answers to like our everyday problems in it. But now we've abandoned it. And the more we abandon it, the more this the people that have this knowledge die with this knowledge, because it's not documented yet. Like most people die with it. Like it's always in their brain. They believe in knowing it by heart, so they put it in their head. So it's up to us, the next generation and the current generation, to like go out there and start doing research about this thing in our various career, and see how we can apply Isheshe into our various career and help it evolve. Because I wouldn't lie to you, there is a lot encoded in it, and there is a lot we can get from it. But if we keep running away from it, I don't know, because at the end of the day, we are in a community whereby everybody speaks English and we don't understand English. When I was studying in school, I still had to go and learn English. Yeah, I went to go. When I was in school, I had to go and learn English because my lecturers were complaining that they cannot understand what I'm saying. It's not because I was not speaking English. I was speaking English, but like the sound, like they were not used to it. They were not used to like the way I was pronouncing things. So some of the lecturer will tell me, just write it and send it to me. So and I work in our community today, and I see people when their kids speak Yoruba, they say, speak English. The kids start speaking English. Mama tiraka soni, mama fagidi soni. It's impossible. So in this aspect too, kids, so the kids does not understand Yoruba, it does not understand English. So it does not understand any of both languages, because the English the kids it's not English, it's not English. About the London, a bit about the United States, the kids will not be able to communicate swiftly. But I want all lady. So what is now the essence? You came to Ile-Aye, you cannot speak your indigenous language, you cannot speak the one that you said you want to learn. What is now the essence? So we need to like critically think about this, especially parents. Like we need to critically think about this. Even if you want your kids to speak English, make sure they understand fluent Yoruba. Let their Yoruba be fluent, like fluent Yoruba. So I mean, it's very important, because this is the only way we can preserve it, because it's going into extinction, and this is only what we can identify with when we say our identity in Ile-Aye is encoded in Yoruba itself, and it's about to extinct, and we can't see it. So I'm not saying everybody should not do whatever they are doing. You can do whatever you are doing, but I'm just saying, give it a chance. Like, I can't tell you how sweet an orange is without tasting it. To buy for me, if you tell me, oh yeah, so boson is she do too, I can't tell you how sweet the orange is. Until I cut the orange and drink it and taste it. Also you might do. So you have not even experienced this thing. You've not even gone into it or experienced it, and you are judging it from afar. I can understand it. The presentation itself is not welcoming. Yeah, I'm an Onisheshi, and I can boldly say that the presentation of Isheshi is not welcoming to the people of the 21st century. It's something I'm experiencing, but I'm still trying to say it that even if it's not presentable, we should try and take a logical view of it. Like, look at it from a logical point of view. Don't just judge it from afar. Like, you understand? Don't just say, try it. I mean, like I said, if you don't taste an orange, you can't know how sweet it is. So you have to try it before you just write it off. So Unwanila Nani. This is the only thing we have. If we want to preserve Yoruba culture, we have to start by the preservation of Ifa itself, because that is the origin of Yoruba culture. That is where it was carved out from. Everything you do today, that is where it is carved out from. And there are Ifa verses that back these things up. Like I can start going on and on of like this, where this said that, where this said that. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Ire o.